Okay, so let's finish up 1.5, the last section of chapter 1. We're doing more division, so this is part 2. And here's a couple problems that are similar to the homework in your WebAssign. So 78 divided by 3. Well, another way to write that if that's easier. And then we're taking the 3 into the 78. The bottom gets divided into the top. Okay, so first thing, let's look at 3 and let's look at 7. Does 3 go into 7? If so, how many times? How many 3s, groups of 3 are in 7? The closest you can get. So 3 times 2 is 6. That's pretty close. So 3 times 2 is 6. Let's put the 6 there. Subtract down. So 7 minus 6 is 1. 8. There's nothing here. Just bring that down. And we start the process all over again. Does 3 go into 18? Well, I know 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. Oh. 3 times 6 is 18. So we put the 6 up there. So my answer is 26. So 78 divided by 3 is 26. I'm going to do a check on that to make sure that that's right. So remember what we do to check. We always do the opposite. So we're dividing. We want to check a division problem. We're going to multiply. So remember, we're going to take our answer times our divisor. And hopefully we will get back to 78. So this is what we did in the last section. So let's go ahead and do a check and see if we come out to 78. 6 times 3 is 18. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 is 7. So we do get 78, like we did up here. So we know we're correct. Always good to do a check. So again, this was our answer times the divisor. Okay. Let's try the next problem. 924 divided by 7. Or 924 over 7. And again, 7 gets divided into 924. So 7 is on the outside, and 924 is on the inside. Okay, so we're taking 7 and dividing it up into 924. Does 7, let's go digit by digit. Does 7 go into 9? Or how many 7s are there in 9? There's 1. And let's put the 1 up over the 9 to show that 7 is going into the 9 once. And 1 times 7 is 7. And then let's subtract down. Okay, let's subtract and we get 2, and let's bring the next number down, just the next number, which is a 2. Does 7, or how many 7s are there in 22? Well, I know 7 times 2 is 14. So this is about as close as we're going to get, which is 7 times 3. So let's put the 3 up above the 2, because it goes into the 22. So 7 times 3 is 21. Let's subtract. 22 minus 21 is 1, and we have all we have left is a 4 to bring down. So we have 14. How many 7s are there in 14? Well, I know right here, 7 times 2 is 14. So 7 goes into 14 twice. 7 times 2 is 14. I have nothing left over. So I'm done. So my answer is 132. Let's do a check. So again, I want to take the 132 times the number on the outside and see if I get back to this number right here, this 924. So let's see if we get back to 924. Let's take 132 times 7. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry the 1. 7 times 3 is 21, and 1 is 22. Carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 2 is 924. We do get back to the 924 right here. So we know that we are correct, and it does check. So always do a check. So far, so good. Let's do a couple more problems. Make sure we got it. So 1,439 divided by 4. So bottom, the 4 goes on the outside. We're taking that 4 and we're dividing it into 1439. So let's see what's happening. Going digit by digit, does 4 go into 1? Nope, too small. There are no 4s in 1, in the number 1. Does 4 go into 14? Well, I know 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. I think this is the one that's going to get us closest to 14. So 4 times 3 is 12. Let's subtract. 14 minus 12 is 2. Bring down the 3. Does 4 go into 23? Or how many 4s are there in 23? Well, we know it's bigger than 4 because 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20, and I think that's pretty close. Remember, we want to get as close as we can without going over. So 4 times 5 is 20. We want to subtract and subtract that down. So 23 minus 20 is 3. And then we want to bring the last number down, which is 39. Does 4 go into 39? Let's see. I know 4 times 5 is 20. Let's see, 8. It's 32. Okay, I think it's going to go in 9 times. That gets me close to 39. That gets me 36. So I skipped over a bunch in between here. I went from 4 times 5 to 4 times 8. You can do that, or you can try some other numbers if you want, or if you need to do the 4 times 6 and the 4 times 7, you can also do that. So 4 times 9 is 36. So when I subtract, I've got 3 left over. And 4 is too big to go into 3. So this is how we write our answer. We say our answer is 359, and what's left over we call the remainder. So we say our answer is 359, but we have a remainder of 3. Or a shorthand of that would be 359, big R, 3. I like this way better. So let's do a check. If you don't want to do a check, just go ahead in the video, because some people might say and will be saying to themselves, well, what do I do with that remainder for the check? So we're going to take 359 times 4, because 4 was our divisor. And 9 times 4 is 36. Carry the 3. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 3 is 23. Carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. So we're not quite to, we want to get to, remember the 1439. So we take our remainder and we add it, and then we'll get our correct answer of where we started out with the 1439. So at the end, make sure you never forget, always add in your remainder. Okay. The last part of this section is words that mean to divide. Okay? So again, we're looking for keywords that mean division. So divided by, if you see divided by, that means we're going to divide. So if you see something 12 divided by 3. That's the English. I'm going to write it in math. Divided by is my key word. So I'm going to write 12 divided by 3. And that is not simplified. If it asks to simplify, then you would just simply take 12 divided by 3 and get 4. So if it wants you to simplify on the homework, you're just going to work out the problem. Okay, the next one is quotient of, and let's say we had the quotient of 24 and 4. That just means 24 divided by 4, or you could write it 24 over 4, with 24 being on the top and 4 on the bottom. So either way you want to write that is fine. So this is the English, this is the math translation. Quotient of, whenever you see quotient of, that means to divide. And the last one is divided into. And if we see something like this, 2 divided into 10. That's the English. We see the key word divided into. So that means we're going to take 2 and divide it into 10. Or we could say any one of these three would be good. 2 divided into 10. 2 divided into 10. 2 divided into 10. 2 divided into 10. They all mean the same thing. Okay, that wraps up chapter 1. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Or if you need to see more examples, just give me an email.